Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we are defying gravity as we are getting cultured with Wicked. And I might see you looking at me like, okay, you have only talked about classics. I think the most recent film I've talked about on this channel for this series was from the year 2000, maybe, or 2002. I have no idea. I think 2000. I think American Psycho is the most recent one. So why would you ever in your life review a movie for this series? Like, why would you digest a classic that is only from last year? Not even last year. It came out in the end of November. Now it's still in the middle of November, so not even a big year. But yeah, I feel like Wicked Part 1, especially with everything that has been going on behind the scenes and everything with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and the Oscars and everything that was thrown at this film and the massive box office success that the thing became and all of the records that it broke, I think this film definitely became an instant classic. Like, you have some movies that you just know are going to become instant classics, being talked about in film schools in 100 years. And I feel like Wicked and Wicked Part 2 is going to be one of those occasions. I was able to see Wicked for good yesterday. Well, on this channel. I pre-record this video, so I haven't seen it yet, but I will not talk about that one today because that will be in my review that's coming tonight at 5 p.m. Belgian time or Central European time. But yes, we are finally talking about Wicked. I will still tell you everything that I can tell you about this film, about its cultural impact, about some fun facts and behind the scenes, and also if this movie is seen as one of the best movies ever made, and what my personal opinion on this is, because I did not review this movie last year because I was being a bitch and I was in a hiatus and not recording any videos. Alright, with that being said, I will not give any spoilers for Wicked for Good, and I will not be talking about Wicked for Good in this one. This is Wicked Part 1 from 2024 only. Let's get straight into it. I have hinted about it already, but Wicked is the biggest record-breaking Broadway musical adaptation to date. This is due to the box office being a massive success, and it even overtook Mamma Mia, which was the previous placeholder for this. It's a fantasy movie, but its themes of prejudice, acceptance, and identity make it feel as real as possible, which is part of the film's great success. So even though this film is set in the fantasy land of Oz, it's still filled with real-world problems. With the movie talking about issues like discrimination, think about the green-skinned witch, Elphaba, which in real life you can see as racism or discrimination as well. That example being even bigger by the fact that Cynthia Erivo is a person of color herself, so it makes it all the bigger, which I think was a genius choice. But also other themes like friendship across differences and finding your true self and your true identity are highlighted within this film. This way, critics have noted that this film is incredibly relevant to contemporary social issues. And if you talk about the cultural impact of this film, you have to be talking about the massive fan and social media engagement of this film. Because the marketing and the audience reception leveraged anything on digital and on social media for this film massively. It was a big fucking hit, not only in movie theaters but online as well. Like the content made from fans about this film, or all the toys that have been made, or the memes, or the songs that everyone started to sing. It's all really impactful for this film and made sure that this film was a success as big as it was. Like, the film had a great marketing strategy in and of itself, but the social participation really worked for the best of this film and everyone went to see it, and the second one is probably going to be even bigger than the first one. And then some fun facts about Wicked. Did you know that this film actually was already being planned in 2003? Like, the Broadway production opened in 2003, and short after they already wanted to make a film adaptation out of it, but because of delays and because of problems, it kept getting delayed until now in 2024 we finally had it by John M. Chu. The casting for this film was phenomenal, with Cynthia Erivo playing Elphaba and Ariana Grande playing Galinda, which is great for pop culture references because everyone knows Ariana Grande, and that is Another addition to why this film was a success as big as it is, because everyone knew Ariana Grande. And there's a visual and fashion influence that goes on beyond the screen. Like merch for this film does go further than just Lego sets or Funko Pops, like you have Wicked within shoes, clothing, bed sheets, everything. It's on everything. You even have cosmetics, you have makeup, you have entirely personas and entirely different stores centered around Wicked. And say what you want, but green and pink became more popular after this film released, and it also made a very big distinction between boys and girls. Like normally you also already and you always had boys are blue, girls are pink, and because of this film, you started to see those colors blend a lot more. Like guys that are a big fan of Wicked would also wear pink to show their appreciation for Galinda. This way they made sure that Oz became very big in the consumer culture. Even though everyone kind of agrees that Wicked is just a phenomenal film in and of itself, it's currently not rated within the top 250 narrative feature films of IMDb, and also not on that list on Letterboxd. It's not one of the 250 best films ever. Does this film have any adaptations, prequels, requels, or sequels? Well, yeah. Of course, Wicked Part 1 is an adaptation in and of itself of the first part of the Wicked Broadway musical that has been starting to air in 2003 and is still airing today. But Wicked, the Broadway musical itself, also is an adaptation. It is adapted from the 1995 book, Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. The book was written by Gregory Maguire, if you want to know. And yes, this movie has any sequels, namely the sequel Wicked for Good, which comes out in 2 days, on Friday, and worldwide. But for me, it came out today, and I saw it yesterday. And then for my own personal opinion about this film, well, let me be honest, I was not really that excited for Wicked when it first was announced. I was interested in it, but I really was a little bit wary of Ariana Grande being attached to this project because, well, in my opinion, she was a singer, and I continuously forgot that she played Cat in Sam and Cat and Victoria, so I knew she was an actress, but somehow I was like, oh, they took a pop star and made her an actress, and that is one of the main reasons that I wasn't really vibing with the film beforehand. I didn't think those trailers were particularly awesome. I thought they were good, and I thought they had my interest, and seeing those trailers definitely bumped up this movie in my adaptation list because I was interested in seeing what they might do with Wicked and the Wizard of Oz, because I knew about the story, but a movie centered around the Wicked Witch of the West was very interesting to me. I hadn't seen the Broadway musical. I still haven't seen it, by the way, and now I'm actually kind of scared to go watch the Broadway musical because of how good I think the movie is. But yeah, I wasn't really vibing with anything. I didn't know any of the songs, and when I was watching the film, all of it came to mind. Like when the popular song came on, my mouth fell open. Like I knew that song. I knew it from hypes on TikTok. I did not know it from Wicked, the Broadway musical. I knew popular from a TikTok trends. This is how much I was into this film. I was shocked when I found that out. So yeah, I was excited to go see it, but I was also really wary. I was completely ready to just not like this film at all, especially with a runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes. I just wasn't feeling it. But then I watched the film, and from the first moment it started, I became actually really invested in it. I was vibing with the story. I thought it was good. I thought there were some things happening, especially in the beginning when the mother of Elphaba is doing honky bonky with someone that is not her father. And yeah, that was interesting. And I thought like, well, holy shit, is this a children's film? And from that point on, I was really interested in the story. And then the story itself turned out to be fucking insane and fucking geniusly written, and I loved it, and it had so many themes that were relevant today that I deeply, deeply loved, and all of the characters were incredibly interesting, and it was just very nice to see the other side of Elphaba, but most importantly for me personally, the other side of Galinda, because I thought like, okay, you have Galinda, which is the good witch of the north, and you always will love the Good Witch of the North, and that is the epitome of greatness, and then you have the Wicked Witch of the West, which is the epitome of badness. And I was like, okay, this movie completely fucking flips that, and I was like, what the fuck? I was shocked by it. I was in deep shock, and I did not know how to react to that, and I did not know how to respond to it, how to deal with it, and I thought that was one of the most interesting things that this film could have done, because I never for a second even considered a possibility of the roles being reversed in real life and us being told a lie, which is basically what this film is about. And I was interested in it, and there was a moment within this film that I thought like, okay, it's taken a little bit too long, and that is around the point where everything with Professor Dillamond is done. Like, I really love the Professor Dillamond storyline, did not expect that one to be in here, so that was really interesting and really good in my opinion, and I really love that. But there is a point after that with the little lion cub, which I still think is going to be the cowardly lion from Dorothy's companionship. I do not know for sure, but I rewatched the movie today, and I was like, they make a lot of cowardly lion or scared lion interruptions. So I think it's going to be that lion, and I think that we will know that. I know it because I've seen the film already. I've seen it I have seen it yet. But yeah, that was really interesting, and that was the point where the movie started to dip in a little bit, but then that third act came when they went to the Emerald City, and my God. And from the moment on when they realize when Elphaba realizes that the Wizard of Oz is a fraud, this movie picks up a pace, and it does so in a phenomenal way. And then Defying Gravity starts playing through the last 20 minutes, and every single second from that point on kept me in awe, had me clapping, had me bawling, had me cheering, had me doing everything. And I am, to be honest, when when that note came, I was screaming. I was like, I was bumping, I was stomping, I was doing everything in my life to show my affection to this film and to how great it actually was. And then it ended with her flying away and to be continued, and I actually stood up, and I didn't stand up, but I clapped a little bit, because holy fucking shit, I have never seen a film that won me over so incredibly hard as Wicked Part 1 did, and that is why that film became one of my favorite films of last year. If you may remember my top of the year list, it was on there. It was just a phenomenal film. Rewatching it today, it still was fucking phenomenal. And yes, I deeply, deeply, deeply love what they did with Wicked. Alright, have you seen Wicked? Of course you have. Everybody has seen Wicked. Let me know in the comments down below. What are you most excited for Wicked for Good? And what are you not excited for Wicked for Good? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on this. And I want to thank you for watching. See me again tonight with my spoiler-free review for Wicked for Good, coming online at 5 p.m. Belgian time and other times if you're from all over the world. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you like what you've seen here and you want to see more. And if you do, well, consider to come back to my channel, because I put out videos like this daily. Not this series, but reviews and game videos. Alright, thank you and bye-bye.